Big news is breaking fast, and we are diving straight into the future of cinema. David Ellison just made a massive splash at CinemaCon, promising theater owners that his vision for Paramount and Warner Bros. Is all about the big screen experience. He is guaranteeing a steady flow of at least 30 movies a year with rock-solid theatrical windows, effectively doubling down on the magic of the movies, while confirming that major hits like Top Gun 3 are officially on the horizon.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Next up, get ready to feel the nostalgia hit hard as the official trailer for the new Street Fighter movie brings the ultimate 1993 arcade energy to the big screen. Directed by Kidao Sakurai, this live-action adaptation stars Noah Centineo as Ken Masters and Jason Momoa as the legendary Blanca in a high-octane battle royale filled with gravity-defying combat. You do not want to miss the wild Easter eggs and the brutal, campy action that proves this fighting tournament is definitely going to be a wild ride when it hits theaters this October. Shifting gears to the skyline of West Hollywood, construction is officially peaking at 8,500 Santa Monica Boulevard, with a brand new mixed-use development that is set to reshape the neighborhood. Designed by TIG Architecture, this 6-story complex is bringing 30 modern apartments and ground-floor commercial space to the corner of La Cienega and Santa Monica, marking a major step forward for urban density in the area. This is just one of many exciting residential projects currently rising to transform the local landscape into a vibrant hub for living and shopping. Finally, Hollywood is diving headfirst into a massive experiment as director Doug Liman teams up with stars Gal Gadot, Pete Davidson, and Casey Affleck for the thriller Bitcoin, Killing Satoshi. This project is making headlines for being the first studio-quality film to rely on wall-to-wall AI-generated imagery, promising to slash production costs while creating hundreds of wild digital locations. Will this AI-driven blockbuster change the industry forever, or just leave us wondering about the future of human performances? Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you never miss an update on the tech changing our world. If you thought the theater business was on its way out, David Ellison has a message for you. Think again. In a move that caught just about everyone off guard, the Paramount boss made a surprise appearance at CinemaCon, and he didn't just show up. He made a massive, industry-shifting promise, with rumors and uncertainty swirling around his pending acquisition of Warner Bros. Ellison stepped onto that stage with one clear goal: to be the hero the big screen desperately needs. And honestly, the industry was listening. He looked those theater owners dead in the eye and committed to a minimum of 30 movies a year once the merger clears. We are talking about a rock-solid 45-day exclusive theatrical window, followed by a 90-day delay for streaming. It is a bold, nostalgic, and arguably risky bet in the age of Netflix, but it is exactly what cinema fans have been craving. What makes this even more intriguing is the timing. Just a day prior, Ellison had to skip a Senate hearing on the merger due to a personal family tragedy, leading some to wonder if the deal was hitting snags. But there he was in Vegas, standing tall under a banner of optimism, backed by a star-studded video featuring heavy hitters like Tom Cruise, James Cameron, and Will Smith. He even gave a shout-out to director John M. Chu, proving that while business is business, these relationships are personal. The highlight of the presentation, a major confirmation that a Top Gun 3 is officially in the works, alongside a massive adaptation of Call of Duty written by none other than Taylor Sheridan. Ellison's vision is clear. He sees theaters not just as a place to watch a movie, but as the only place to build a franchise that lasts for generations. It is a refreshing, unapologetic love letter to the silver screen. So, are we witnessing a true renaissance for the multiplex? Or is this just big studio talk? I want to hear your take. Are you heading back to the theater for these upcoming titles, or is the couch officially the king of entertainment? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more industry updates. After all, if Ellison has his way, the best is yet to come. Long live the movies. Ever wondered what happens when you cram every legendary fighter from the arcade era into one neon-soaked, 1993-inspired fever dream? The first trailer for Paramount's Street Fighter is finally here, and it is a wild, campy, and unapologetically chaotic love letter to the Capcom classic. Whether you are ready for some over-the-top nostalgia, or just want to see some iconic moves defied by gravity, this flick is swinging for the fences. The cast list alone is enough to make your head spin. We've got Noah Centineo as Ken Masters, Andrew Koji stepping into the gi as Ryu, and even wrestling powerhouse Joe Anoa'i taking on the role of Akuma. Plus, you'll spot David Dastmalchian as M. Bison and Jason Momoa morphing into Blanca. Honestly, it's a roster that feels like a fantasy draft come to life. Set against the backdrop of 1993, the plot follows estranged brothers-in-arms Ryu and Ken as they are dragged into a shadowy World Warrior tournament by Chun-Li. It's got all the hallmarks of a classic fighter: secret conspiracies, haunting pasts, and the inevitable game over stakes. But let's be real, we aren't here just for the dialogue. The trailer delivers exactly what we wanted: limb-defying maneuvers, a bit of that classic reckless Ken energy, and yes, the legendary bonus round where he absolutely wrecks a sedan. And for the 90s purists out there, you'll be pleased to know that MTV is woven right into the DNA of this world, all set to the tune of Four Non-Blondes What's Up. Director Kidao Sakurai is aiming for a release on October 16, 2026, marking the first big swing in a massive 3-year partnership between Paramount and Legendary. It is shaping up to be an ambitious, globe-trotting spectacle that leans hard into its video game roots rather than trying to hide them. So, what do you think? Is this the Street Fighter movie we've been waiting for, or is the camp factor just a bit too high for its own good? Drop a comment below to let me know if you're Team Ryu or Team Ken, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the movies that define our culture. In a world full of gritty reboots, sometimes you just need a sonic boom to shake things up. Ever wonder how West Hollywood is managing to squeeze more living space into such a high-demand zip code? If you have driven by the corner of Santa Monica and La Cienega recently, you have likely noticed the skyline shifting. The wood framing for the brand-new mixed-use complex at 8,500 Santa Monica Boulevard has officially hit its peak, marking a major milestone for this local landmark. It is fascinating to watch because this building is a perfect example of modern urban infill. We are talking about a sleek, 6-story development that is bringing 30 new 1- and 2-bedroom apartments to the neighborhood, plus nearly 4,000 square feet of ground-floor retail to keep the sidewalk vibrant. But it is not just about aesthetics. This project is part of a bigger picture. Thanks to density bonus incentives, the developers were able to build a larger footprint in exchange for carving out 5 units specifically for low and very low-income households. It is a smart trade-off that helps address our local housing crunch while maintaining the modern look West Hollywood is known for. Designed by the team at TIG Architecture, the building even features a rooftop amenity deck, which is basically a requirement for modern urban living these days. And the best part, this corner is just the beginning. With similar developments already moving forward across the street and nearby on La Cienega, we are seeing a massive transformation in this transit-adjacent corridor. It is clear that West Hollywood is doubling down on density. What do you think about this shift toward high-density, mixed-use living? Drop a comment below to let us know if you think this is the right way to grow our city. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates on the projects shaping our urban landscape. As these concrete and timber skeletons turn into actual homes, one thing is certain: the face of Santa Monica Boulevard is changing for good. What happens when you combine the most polarizing financial obsession of the decade with the most controversial technological disruption in Hollywood history? You get Bitcoin, killing Satoshi. Yes, the first big-budget, studio-quality film to use wall-to-wall AI-generated imagery is actually about crypto. And honestly, the irony is almost too perfect to handle. The project is directed by Doug Liman, the man who brought us The Bourne Identity, and it is leaning hard into a future where the set design is entirely digital. But here is the kicker. The producers claim that by using AI, they slashed their budget from a staggering $300 million down to a lean $70 million. Now, let's pause for a second. $300 million. For a movie about coding, that is Hollywood accounting at its finest, or perhaps its most delusional. Producer Ryan Kavanaugh claims the original script required 200 locations from Antarctica to Vegas, which, to be fair, is a logistical nightmare. But let's be real for a second. Filmmaking has always been about the art of the lie. You don't need to fly a camera crew to Antarctica to make it look like ice. That is what sets and green screens are for. It feels like the AI angle is the real selling point here, and the producers are working overtime to prove they aren't just letting a robot do all the heavy lifting. They are quick to highlight the 107 cast members and the 55 dedicated AI artists working behind the scenes, clearly trying to avoid the massive public backlash that usually follows any mention of replacing human labor with algorithms. Even the casting feels like a gamble. Gal Gadot, Pete Davidson, and Casey Affleck are household names, but they aren't exactly the A-list ensemble you would expect to anchor a $300 million blockbuster. It makes you wonder, are we going to see a masterpiece of visual storytelling, or just an over-engineered experiment that looks like a video game cutscene? We won't know for sure until it hits the screens, but one thing is certain. Everyone will be watching, if only to see if the human element can actually survive the digital transition. What do you think? Is this the future of cinema, or just an expensive gimmick? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more deep dives into the weird world of Hollywood. After all, if the robots are taking over the silver screen, you're going to want to stay informed.